Welcome to Module 4. So why the UAE and why Dubai? You know, there's tons of different places around the world that you can potentially create a real estate investment trust or a construction investment trust, a CIT. And we're going to give you some facts and figures because it doesn't make sense just to give you an idea of basically what is possible. What makes more sense is to give you facts and figures and factual information based on what has already happened to really show you what is really possible in reality. So let's start from the top. From the top, we have why Dubai and why UAE. Now, I'm going to start at point 1. The GDP of the UAE grew by 2.8%, which is a 2.9 billion increase in GDP, and I'm talking in dollars. Second, the GCC Construction improved 7%. This is the public sentiment of the actual construction process. It improved 7% from 32 to 39 in public sentiment. They actually have a lot more of a positive, favorable outlook on the improvements that are going on. Now, these are facts and figures from the Dubai government as well as Khalij Times, one of the largest media companies here in the UAE, who tracks a lot of these figures. Now, I'm going to go into just so for the people who are watching that don't know what GCC stands for, GCC stands for the Gulf Cooperation Council. Now, this is a group of countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, the United Arab Emirates, and these comprise of what they call the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council. Now, point number 3, the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates, remains number 1 for construction in the entire GCC. So out of all the countries that I just mentioned, the United Arab Emirates is number 1. And in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai has a population of around 2.8 million people and growing steadily. And it is the most populous city in the entire 7 Emirates that make up the United Arab Emirates. Point number 4, the GCC completed projects in 2016 of 100 billion. In 2017, it did 130 billion. We're talking dollars here. Now, when you look at these figures, from 2016 to 2017, there was a $30 billion jump. $30 billion jump. Now, remember what I said in point 3? UAE remains the number 1 destination for construction in the entire GCC. So when you're talking about a $30 billion increase, and I'm talking completed projects, these are not projects that were installed, or projects that are ongoing or anything. These are completed projects. So when you have the actual true figures of projects that are still ongoing or installed or in completion stages, the numbers actually grow. We're just giving you a figure of completed projects. Let's go to point number 5. The UAE is increasing construction projects in 2018, 19, and 20. Right now, there is a lot of things going on in the UAE, in Dubai especially. There is the Expo 2020, there is the opening of the new airport, there's extension to the metro line. There is a lot of construction going on, and this construction is causing what we call a boom. And in this boom, in the next 2 to 3 years, this region, especially this country and this city, will experience a massive boom in construction. Number 6, Dubai private villas. And this is 2017 figures. This is by the Dubai government. In 2017, there was $826 million, US dollars, worth of private villa construction. We had just mentioned that we don't touch high-rise towers. We had mentioned in the previous segments that we focus on villa construction because of the low risk, the easier completion timeframes, and the fact that there's 30 to 25 to 22 to 25% margins basically on these villas. Anywhere from 20 to 30% margins on these villas. Then there's number 7, which is Dubai investment villas. 1.146 billion, that's 1,146 million in 2017. Again, statistics from the Dubai government. So when I'm talking villas, which are our bread and butter, our core model of our business, you know, the actual combined value is almost $2 billion that is being US dollars, which is around 7 billion dirhams, AED, in just Dubai private villas and investment villas. Now I'm going to give you 2 quick scenarios here. In a private villa, it's a person who's building for themselves, their families, you know, and they're a bit more delicate and sensitive when it comes to the internal parts of the villa. They want things done in a specific way. It's your dream home. You're going to live in it. You have the right to actually demand that it is done in a specific and an exact way. Now, when it comes to investment villas, you want it done fast as possible. You want it done quick. You want it done to a certain specific standard, but you're not as picky as you would be because you're not living in the home. You're renting it out. And when you're renting it out, you don't look at it the same as if you were living in it. You want it to a good quality and standard, but you don't want perfection, because perfection costs more money. It is a lot more preferences and selectiveness, and you just want cash flow out of that villa. So when it comes to a private villa client, you know, they may have the money, they may not have the money, they may pay the money over time. So there's a bunch of external and internal factors that can affect maybe the pay schedule. But when it comes to a investment villa, if there is a company out there that gets it done on time and on budget, as a matter of fact, potentially even under budget or under time frame, then as an investor, I want my property cash flowing as fast as possible. If I'm building an investment villa and I give it to a contracting company, and that contracting company gets it done on time and on budget, and it's cash flowing for me faster, I will then give all of my future business to that contracting company because they did a great job, great quality, and they cash flowed fast. My investment is turning over much faster. So it creates this amazing dynamic where trust is built from the contractor. Now, in point number 8, total construction in Dubai in 2017 was 15.422 billion. This is in dollars. So you can see how 2 billion out of that 15.42 billion is comprising of a serious amount of money that is being invested into these villa projects. Then we have number 9, and this is where there's a real game changer. There is no brand leader when it comes to villa projects, whether for private clients, whether for investments. There's no brand leader. There's a mix of different contractors. In Dubai, there's over 5,000 contractors, and a lot of them don't have cash flow, expertise, the skilled labor, and the ability to complete multiple projects, hundreds and hundreds of projects on time and on budget. So if there was a standard guarantee, if there was a villa brand company where the value, we don't know what the value is. This could be in the hundreds of millions or even billions. There's no leader. If there was a leader established, as an example, what we intend to do with Habibi, if there was a leader established who was so sure of their expertise that they would say, we'll get the project done in this time frame, and if it goes any day over that time frame, you can charge us a penalty. Most contracting companies will never stick to that agreement because they're unsure of the project completion timeline. But if you know your business well, you know your efficiency inside your business well, you have great skilled labor, you plan the project properly, you have great relationships with suppliers for materials, you have great relationships with your consultant partners who do the supervision and the oversight, then chances are you can provide a guarantee. And that guarantee, when we talk about investment villas, is huge for investors, absolutely huge. So you will eat up a good chunk of that market share. Now, we just wanted to give you the facts and figures of why UAE and why specifically Dubai. We're talking the private villas and the investment villas, the close to $2 billion just in Dubai. We are not talking the other 6 different Emirates that are out there or expanding into other countries in the GCC for expertise on this area of construction.